Welcome, beginner candy makers. I'm gonna show you how to start making candy and get to this level of candy making, which honestly it's pretty easy to get to this level. Like, I made some mistakes when making this cuff, but doesn't make it any less awesome. No, I love this cuff with my life because I heard a little kid when I was in Sephora compliment it to her mom, and her mom was like, yeah, it is a cool cuff, like shooing her kid along the store, and I was like, thanks. Like, that was an epic, like, mood. I can't speak. It was not, it was epic, but it wasn't a epic. It was a mood booster. I feel like something's supposed to go in front of that. That's not the point of this video, but I'm gonna show you how to make cool candy such as this stuff. Unfinished shark. I can't show that charm because it's a body part. This. Another one with a charm that is also not appropriate for YouTube. At least for what YouTube wants on here, but whatever, not showing that. Jellyfish, flower star thing, strawberry. I don't know, there's a lot of things that you can make with candy, and I'm going to show you how to start as a beginner and give you some advice. For starting, because dry rot exists, let's get into our first thing. I'm going to talk a little bit about dry rot because it's a real thing. Hasn't happened to me yet, but it's basically where the elastic cord or string, whatever you call it, will dry rot. It'll dry rot. The beads will be completely fine, but the elastic will get kind of brittle, and it won't be as stretchy anymore. It'll be kind of loose, a lot looser. It won't be as springy, and then it can snap really easily, and then all your hard work goes down the drain. So I'm gonna show you the best way to avoid that for the most part, at least from what I've seen. This specific elastic cord, which is a fabric elastic cord, which is what you want, because if you get the regular like clear ones, or like plastic elastic cords, they dry rot so easily. I've seen videos about it, people talking about that, but I mean, at least the beads don't go bad. The beads don't go bad. The beads will forever stay like this unless you like cut them or something, but they will stay like this for the most part. If it'll fucking hello, whatever, but the beads will stay like that. So if it does end up snapping, you can just reuse the beads, remake the candy piece, whatever. But it's kind of sad to see hard work go down the drain, so that's why it's best to choose elastic cords that are like this. You can also choose ones that are fun colors. I just chose black and white because it was just easier for me, I guess. I don't know, I like solid colors because some other candy makers really like the ones that are like multicolored, and they kind of like transition from one color to another to another to another to another, and those are pretty fun cords, I'm gonna be honest. Great for certain kinds of pieces. Personally, I'm not a fan of them. Like, I might get them at some point for certain projects, but get whatever elastic cord you want, just don't get the plastic ones. Get the fabric ones, please. Pony beads, those are the kind of beads that you need. Sorry, this might be loud. A little loud. But pony beads. They're the easiest beads to work with. They're the beads that you will see the most when looking at Kandi videos. Pony beads. That's what these are called. You can get a bunch of different kinds of colors. Just get a set. Get a set. You don't need a huge set with a bunch of different colors of the rainbow with black and white and a bunch of different like letter beads. You don't need it. Unless you want it, cool, but you don't need it. I can make Kandi just fine with these. I actually got the white for these projects from my friend that I was visiting, which is why I have those like pearly white beads. I am gonna get white beads soon, but it is good to get white beads because those might be a part of a lot of different projects. But just make what you feel happy with and what you can make. Make what you can afford. How about that? Because this kind of stuff can get pretty expensive. But here's what a pony bead looks like up close. Don't pay attention to the color. Oh my god, can it please? I'll show you what it looks like in a minute. Stray bead. Oh my god. This like got a little unorganized earlier and then I had to organize it and it's still not fully organized. But I hate this. See, it isn't just the like beads that are strung together themselves. It can also be a lot of different other things that can count as Kandi. It would just be a part of these. Like you can add things on them, like where did it go? Where did it go? I had like a little disco ball. Just as long as you can. Sorry, my video cut out because of storage issues on my phone. I don't remember what I was talking about, but I was talking about something. I don't really care. It probably wasn't even that important. But I had to delete some stuff on my phone real quick. That's why I forgot. And I don't want to go back through the footage because I'm a lazy ass bitch. But yeah, get the correct cord because you don't want dry rot. Get the correct beads because they're easier to work with, and get the colored beads that you want. That's what you should take out of this video. Now, on to if you already have the supplies you need, I'm going to show you how to make a star. Because these are really fun to make. And you can make them in a lot of different colors. Let's see if I can find one that is in a different color. Here. This. The back of this was made out of a Kandi star. Let's make a blue star. Let's make a blue star. So what you're going to need is elastic cord, preferably the fabric ones, like I've said almost a million times in this video. You're gonna want to get a good amount of elastic, around this much, I'd say, comparing it to my face. Around this much. And then we're going to take 10 beads. 1, 2, once you have your 10 beads strung on there, you're going to make one of the ends longer, way longer than the other one. Then you're going to tie it off like this. One end should be super long and one end should be super short. And then you're going to tie it so that it's super tight. Super tightly tie it, okay? You want to tie it super tightly. Remember that. I'm going to do 3 ties. If you don't know how to tie a knot, please learn. I'm not going to teach you in this video, but I'm sure that there are a lot of other videos that can teach you how to tie a basic knot. Okay. On the next part, you can kind of fidget around with it a little bit. Make sure that it looks decently right. You're gonna feed it through one of the beads so that it looks to your liking and you can't really see the knot anymore. Then you're gonna take your next beads and do 3. You're gonna string 3 onto here. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And now you see that it's on this one. We're gonna do 1, 2 over. So we're gonna take this bead and string our end through that bead. And then we're gonna pull. So it should make a point. You're going to do that all the way around. So I'm gonna show you one more time. 1, 2. I have to open up my next case. 3. And then from this one, 1, 2 over, take this one, string it through, and then pull. I might not have the best visuals. If you need better visuals, you can go to another video. There's a lot of videos talking about how to make these stars. Okay. Now you're going to continue doing this all the way around. I still need to do that, so we're gonna do a time lapse. Okay. Now I'm pretty much done, but if any time it ends up looking like this, you can just pull. Okay. Now I'm going to show you how to kind of tie it off because it gets a little weird. So you can tie it off a lot of different ways. I'm personally going to, let's see, because you can do it a lot of different ways, like I said. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to feed it through that hole and bring it, oh, can I show? Pull it a little closer to this like edge part. So that when you pull, it kind of makes this like little loop thing. You're going to feed it through the loop, just like this, and just tie. And just pull on it. And just continue that a couple more times. Make sure it's tight, but not too tight because then it will look weird. once you get pretty comfortable with making candy, you'll understand how tight is too tight and all of that kind of stuff. And now you have yourself your first ever candy star. Tell me in the comments if you followed along with this little tutorial. And have a nice day. That's all I gotta say. Ah!